11 optical illusions that'll reveal your personality type. You might be familiar with the type of optical illusions that hide several images within one. But did you know that what you first see in such an image can speak volumes about your personality? Number 1. What do you see first? A frog. Most people see a frog right away. If this is about you, then you have a straightforward personality. You try to be honest and direct with others no matter what. You're perceived as confident, trustworthy, and reliable. There are no hidden messages in your words, which is why people can trust your opinion and advice. A horse. Not so many people manage to spot a horse from the get-go. If you still can't see it, try tilting your head to the left. There you go. What a beauty, right? Those whose attention is first drawn to the horse are thoughtful individuals. If you're one of them, you have an analytical mind. You don't take things for what they seem to be. You have a critical approach to life and prefer to reach your own conclusions about a situation. Number 2. What do you see first? Three bears. If the first thing that caught your eye was 3 big gray bears, you have an analytical way of thinking. You prefer a logical and stepwise approach to solving problems. You try to break an issue up into separate parts. This helps you understand the main problem and solve it efficiently. Mountains. If you saw mountains first and only then recognized that they look like bears, your style of thinking is intuitive. You often rely on your gut feeling, and it rarely lets you down. You use your experience to solve problems fast and efficiently. You can notice common patterns in different situations, and they help you figure out the necessary solutions. Number 3. What did you see first? Two squirrels on a tree branch. In this picture, most people immediately notice a couple of squirrels sitting on a tree branch. These are the types of individuals who can see the big picture effortlessly. If you're one of them, your abilities help you correctly assess situations at first sight, and thus solve subsequent problems efficiently. A woman's face. Very few people manage to see a woman's face at all, let alone notice it at first glance. If you still can't find the face, tilt your head to the left. One squirrel will turn into the woman's lips and the other into her eye. However, if the face was the first thing you saw in the picture, congrats! You're a unique individual with outstanding observational skills. This can help you in both your work and your social interactions with others. Number 4. What did you see first? A man with a pair of binoculars. You're a person who prefers to concentrate on the big picture if the first thing you spotted in this image was a man holding a pair of binoculars. Several glances are enough for you to collect all the information you need. That's why you aren't a big fan of thorough analysis. A car. If you instantly saw a car, your co-workers and friends must appreciate your ability to notice fine details. You like when everything goes according to a detailed plan. At the same time, you may occasionally overanalyze things, which can prevent you from making quick decisions. The letter A. Are you one of the very few who notice the letter A first of all? If so, then your strong intuition is enviable. On top of that, you're a person who always suggests creative ideas and non-standard solutions. Number 5. What did you see first? Two faces. If the first thing you paid attention to was a couple looking at each other, then you're a romantic at heart. You really value the people in your life. Love and understanding mean a lot to you. Not to mention, you have a positive and friendly personality. Your inborn reasoning abilities can calm down even the most nervous or agitated people. A tree. If your attention was instantly drawn to a tree, you're the type who occasionally needs to be on their own. You love nature and solitude, but don't mind spending time with your loved ones as well. Besides, you're a tactful person who avoids hurting others' feelings by all means. Number 6. What did you see first? A girl's face. If you're one of those who notice the face of a young woman, you're always aware of your surroundings. What's more, you see patterns around you, and this helps you draw the right conclusions and make correct assessments. Flowers. If you saw only flowers in this image, you probably really love nature. You appreciate the world around you, but also manage to get away from the everyday hustle and bustle when you need to. Number 7. What do you see first? A mouse. If you spotted a mouse first, you're an optimist. You prefer to look for advantages in every situation. You sometimes might not be practical enough, and people often say that you have your head in the clouds. But in fact, you're well aware of the world around you. You simply prefer to concentrate on its bright sides. A cat. If you saw a cat as soon as you glanced at this picture, you're a realistic person. You know what you need from life, and you don't naively build castles in the air. You see the world as a whole, and this helps you plan your subsequent actions. Number 8. What do you see first? A woman looking out the window. If you notice the woman looking out the window first, you may tend to overlook dangers. You might even risk your life without realizing it. You're sometimes too spontaneous and a bit naive. That's why you may often find yourself unprepared for unpleasant consequences. A skull. Was it a skull that you first noticed? If so, then you're a realist rather than an idealist. You probably come off as a bit cynical to people who don't know you well enough. But your line of thinking is simply that all good things may come to an end one day. Number 9. What do you see first? A man playing the saxophone. If the first thing your eyes landed on was a man playing the sax, then you're left-brained. This means that your forte is analytical thinking. You're also good at numbers and languages. Your friends often ask you for advice because your logic helps solve any problem. A woman's face. If you first notice the face of a woman, you're a right-brained individual. And since your right hemisphere is more developed than the left one, your main trait is creativity. You use different forms of art to express yourself. Besides, you have a high level of emotional intelligence. And your imagination helps you deal with problems in an outside-of-the-box type of way. Number 10. What do you see first? A squirrel. If the first animal you saw was a squirrel, this means that the left side of your brain is more developed. Again, this hemisphere is responsible for logical and analytical thinking, as well as mathematical skills. A duck. If you noticed a duck, the right hemisphere of your brain is dominant. This means that you're really good at everything connected with arts and creativity. Number 11. What do you see first? you notice the seal in this picture, your attention to details is astonishing. Your logic is sound, and it can help you out in any argument. You're great at calculations and mathematics. On top of that, your analytical abilities help you master languages with ease. A donkey. You're a highly intuitive person if the first thing you saw in this picture was a donkey. You value your freedom and prefer to work without any supervision.